Good morning, all. Let's start the today's session. Let me introduce myself. My name is Shuresh, and just having 15 years of IT experience in IT industry. I have worked in different platforms like oil and industry, manufacturing, utilities, and automobile and banking sector. So here, I want to give some demo on Dynamics CRM. I'm not sure who suggested you to choose this Dynamics CRM. But let me assume that you are new to the Dynamics 365 and who suggested you the Dynamics 365. But let me give some background about the Dynamics 365 before entering into what the concept we are going to look in the Dynamics here. Before to it, let me give some understanding about Dynamics 365, how it is in the market, and what is Dynamics CRM and all. Right. So for that, let me someone please confirm whether you are able to see my screen and am I audible or not before starting. Am I audible?
Yeah, sir, it's audible.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, today my agenda here is first I want to let you understand what is CRM and why to use CRM. So here before, if you want to start the career into dynamic CRM, first you need to understand what is dynamic CRM, right? What is dynamic CRM? As the name defines, CRM is nothing but it is like customer relationship management. So why this customer relationship management is required? Any companies, now let's say a simple example of any company or any automobiles, let's say BMW. I used to take the BMW every time. Why? Because BMW is a Microsoft customer. You know, the BMW, it's a car company where they manufacture the cars and all, right? So to maintain their business from start to end point, they need to depend on some software. Nowadays, you know, everything is like system based, right? If any organization wants to improve their sales or improve their marketing strategies and all, they need to depend upon some software related things. Why? Because with the manual interventions, there may be a lot of issues may happen, right? So now let's take this BMW here. Now let's say you are the owner of BMW. Let's assume. So what is your first thought process here? The first thought process here is like, let me, yeah. First, for any company, they need to do some marketing, right? They need to do some marketing. Why this marketing is required? Marketing to generate some leads. From first demo part, this is some of the terminology where we are going to regularly use this terminology. So whatever the concepts we are going to cover, I will just focus on the terminology first, and then we'll go in depth into the concepts. Here, the lead is nothing but, now let's say I'm able to see some of the students has joined my session today. Now you are lead to Yaksha IT Solutions, right? You are the lead to my institute. Now, once you have gone through this demo session, and if you are satisfied with the teaching and all, you will pay the fees and you will join to the Yaksha IT program, right? So currently you are now lead. Once you are satisfied and you've gone through the process, and you after you once you join the program, then you will become my customer or you will become my student, right? So the lead is nothing but the person who is showing interest to purchase something, interest to purchase something, that is nothing but the leads here. So for any organization or for any company, just give me a second, please. Yeah, sorry. So for any organization or for any company, the lead is the first step where they can have some customers data or some person's data where they can do some business, right? For that, they need to have some leads there that can be achieved. Sorry for the interruption. Now, this lead is nothing but the person who is showing interest to purchase the product. That is nothing but the lead. Now, as a BMW or any other company, what is the strategies you are following to generate the leads? How you are following your strategies? I mean to say, as a BMW company, now I am going to release one new model here. So for that, I need to do some marketing. Marketing again is nothing but I may do some paper ads, I may give some TV ads, or I will send an emails or I will send an messages to my existing customers, the person who are looking to purchase the cars and all. I want to get the data right. So if I have the data, that leads of the contact information so that I can promote my product. Different strategies the companies will follow. This everything will be covered in this marketing module. In coming to the software side, I mean to say the application side, that everything will be covered in this marketing, right? Once the marketing is done, what will happen? The leads will be generated. As you know, as an Yaksha IT Solutions, we may do some Instagram, we can do some Facebook or Google advertisement or whatever. So by seeing the ads or by knowing the information, you have approached the Yaksha IT Solution. Now you are nothing but the lead here, right? So once the lead is generated, we will perform all the process and all. Now we have the next thing any company should look for, the sales. What is this sales? Sales is nothing but there will be some process where the customer will pay the fee, or where the customer can clear the invoice or clear the dues and purchase our product. After purchasing the product in the sales, the same contact person will become my customer, right? For the marketing, this marketing application will be used to generate leads. And in the sales process and the sales application, we are going to convert this lead to customer. Account contact or opportunity, we'll discuss in detail later. So here the sales process, we have some predefined application where we can use that application to manage our sales process. This is sales. As you know, in this BMW or any product, after lead, after selling your product, what the next step we should to provide? The service, right? The service is like most important, where the sale is like one-time job, right? One-time job. I mean to say, now Suresh is interested to purchase the BMW. At that point, I will become the lead. If I purchase the product after paying my amount and all, so I will become the customer to BMW. Now, as a customer, I need to keep on visiting the garage or visiting the service center to service my car. So this service, it's like the same customer will keep on approaching the BMW for services, like regular services, 6 months or 1 year or whatever, right? So for everything will be managed in this service application. Now, as a BMW company, I decided to maintain all these actions in a single software. Why? Because if I go through the manual process, maybe there may be a miscommunications, or there may be some missing of leads. Now, let's say if I am not using any software here, after doing some advertisements, I may receive 1,000 leads there. 1,000 leads. Let's assume. Now, if I am depending the manual process and we are not going any software, then what will happen? My employees who is sitting in the customer care, they need to call to these 1,000 members and to get, I mean to say, I need to track the data. Now, let's say if I call the Suresh, but he had not answered the call. Again, the customer agent, the service agent should, I mean to say, the marketing agent should make a call to the Suresh. There may be some chances of missing the data, chances of not calling to the customer, chances of not sending the proper information to the customer and all. If you depend upon the manual process, right? So in order to avoid, instead of it, if you are making use of some applications where it should automatically, the email will be sent to all your leads, automatically reminders will be sent, automatically calls will be created. That if you have some automation process, that will become very useful to the companies, right? So for these type of reasons, the companies are looking to choose CRM. The CRM is nothing but, for now, just leave this dynamics. Just talk about the CRM. The CRM is nothing but customer relationship management. So these type of softwares, by using this customer relationship management, there are many customer relationship management softwares available in the market. What actually these customer relationship management softwares are doing? They are doing this marketing, sales, and service. They are providing these core applications. This is predefined applications. I mean to say, you can just plug and play. You know what is plug and play, right? So you can Simply purchase the license of so and so CRM applications, and you can start building your customer data. That's customer relationship management softwares available in the market. Now you know what is customer relationship management. I mean to say that customer relationship management is a software where the companies can use to maintain marketing, sales, and service. All the strategies they can maintain in this particular softwares. Now, as a BMW company, I decided to go with some, instead of going with the manual process, I want to use some softwares like CR, customer relationship management. Now, as a BMW owner, I want to decide what are the customer relationship management softwares available in the market, right? That's we need to understand. So for this, we have different CRM applications. One is Dynamic CRM and one is Salesforce CRM. One is Oracle CRM and SAP CRM. And Joho and Sugar CRM. These are like some of the softwares which is available in the market, right? Now, as a company, you need to decide which software will suit you perfectly. I mean to say each and every softwares, whatever I have listed here, there is some more. Maybe they are deprecated due to they are nowhere in the market as no companies are using the other software. So these are the major softwares which is available for the CRM. Now, each and every software will provide these type of options there. Now, why to choose dynamic CRM and why to choose the other? Why not the other CRMs? That's we need to understand. So before to it, in the market, this dynamic CRM is in the second position in the market. So we need to talk the I mean to say the accurate results. I mean to say what's the position of the dynamic CRM in the market? It is like second position, and first position is in Salesforce CRM only. But if you see the year-on-year growth, you know that, right? If you go for the statistics and all, so year-on-year growth for every year, it is like 5.8% is the growth rate of Dynamics CRM. Whereas Salesforce CRM year-on-year growth is like 5.1%. So that means it is giving a tight competition to the Salesforce CRM, and maybe in 3 to 4 years, this will Dynamic CRM will occupy the first position, and remaining things they are like it's like less market they have. It is going to be shut down. I mean to say shut down in the sense there is less companies are choosing this Oracle, SAP, or Zoho. Previously, SAP CRM is in like very much it is in booming, but nowadays it is going down. They are losing their market because of this. These Dynamics and Salesforce CRM are occupying these clients as well. So why this data is required? Why it is required in the sense as the consultant, as an student or as an resource, if you are entering into any platform, you should understand what would be the job opportunities I will have in the future. So if many customers or many clients are using these type of applications, then you are going to get many number of positions there, right? If so many clients or so many companies are using this dynamic CRM, then they will definitely need a consultant so that you will have a calls in this dynamic CRM, right? That's what you need to understand here. So coming to this Dynamics and Salesforce CRM, here both are in like tough situation. It is like neck to neck situation. But currently the position is like the first position is Salesforce and second is Dynamics. Maybe my guess and as per my experience, I could say after 3 to 4 years, Dynamics CRM is going to rule the market. Why currently it is first and second in the sense Salesforce CRM introduced before to Dynamics CRM. I mean to say Salesforce CRM was from long ago in the market, and major drawback or why the position in the sense here Dynamic CRM will follow single tenant architecture. I will explain you what is this architecture and all, but just giving some high level information for you. Whereas this Salesforce will use multi-tenant architecture. Will use this multi-tenant architecture. Yes, Dynamics 365 is providing the single tenant architecture. The costing is something more while compared to Salesforce CRM. So the casting, only because of the casting perspective, Dynamics CRM is little bit more higher in cost while compared to the Salesforce. That's the only reason some of the clients are moving to the Salesforce CRM. Now, if you say that from level 1 to level 5 companies, now let's say level 1, like they have limited budget, and if they are not afforded to go for the huge, big licenses, then they will choose the Salesforce. Only because of some costing, Dynamics 365 is little bit more in the licensing part. It is like more cost than compared to the Salesforce. That's one of the reason where Salesforce CRM is something ahead there. But now Dynamics 365 is also planning to segregate their business applications. I mean to say, previously, if you are taking this Dynamics 365 license, definitely you need to take all these up three: marketing, sales, and service. Now they have changed the process. If you want to go with only marketing, we can purchase only marketing. If you want to go for sales, we can do that. If we want to go for only service, we can also do that, so that the costing is getting reduced. That's, of course, that's totally the billing perception where the Microsoft CRM will deal about. But as a consultant, you need to understand. So what is single tenant architecture and what is multi-tenant architecture? So here, just to give you some basic information about the single tenant and multi-tenant architecture here, let me make use of this paint here. Now let's say this is one server space and this is another server space. Now let's say now just I want to I want to go with the Salesforce, and I'm having some banking domain. Just I want to develop an application with the banking domain. Let's say this is my ABC bank, right? And this ABC bank, now let's say this, let me give some text here. Let's say ABC bank, and there is one more customer with XYZ bank, right? Here, what will happen? Now let's assume this container, this space, whatever the server. Now what the Salesforce will do in the same tenant, let's assume this is like your tenant. This container or this box is your tenant. Now for the ABC bank, they will give some space in this tenant, and for the XYZ, again they will do some partition here, and for the XYZ, they will give this XYZ place. That means in the single tenant, they will do some partition there, and they will make I mean to say, they will share the tenant to the different clients. Of course, whatever the data this ABC is maintaining, this is not visible or not access to the XYZ, and the XYZ data will not be access to the ABC. That security will be maintained by the Salesforce. That means this multi-tenant, the same, this container will just assume this is like one tenant. This tenant will be shared to the multiple customers. This is nothing but multi-tenant architecture. In detail, we'll discuss later, but just to give you high level knowledge on it, this is how this multi-tenant will manage. Coming to the single tenant, now let's say I have the 123 bank. Let's say I have 123 bank, and here for 123 bank, what they will do? They will assign some tenant for it, and this particular container or whatever, everything will be allocated to 123 bank. Now if there is one more bank, 456 bank, for this 456 bank, again they will give some another tenant like this. That means this dynamic CRM will give you this single tenant architecture. One customer can have one tenant, but Salesforce will have multi-tenant architecture. This is like strategy. So because of this, they are having some less costing compared to this one, this dynamic CRM. This is just for your basic understanding on it, right? Yeah. సో జస్ట్ ఇక్కడ నేను మీకు వాట్ ఈస్ కొందరు ఆల్రెడీ ఇంతకుముందు అడిగారు, కొంచెం తెలుగు కూడా కవర్ చేయండి అని. సో జస్ట్ రిపీటింగ్ ద సేమ్ థింగ్స్. సో ఇక్కడ కస్టమర్ రిలేషన్షిప్ మేనేజ్మెంట్ డైనమిక్ సిఆర్ఎంలో మీరు ఫస్ట్ ఎంట్రీ అవుతున్నప్పుడు అసలు కస్టమర్ రిలేషన్షిప్ మేనేజ్మెంట్ అంటే ఏంటి, డైనమిక్ సిఆర్ఎం అంటే ఏంటి, అసలు ఎందుకు ఇది నేర్చుకోవాలి, నేర్చుకున్న తర్వాత అది మార్కెట్లో ఏ లెవెల్లో ఉంది, అండ్ తర్వాత జాబ్ ఆపర్చునిటీస్ ఉంటాయా లేదా అనేది డిసైడ్ చేసుకొని మనం సిఆర్ఎంకి మూవ్ అవ్వాలి, రైట్? సో ఫస్ట్ అసలు డైనమిక్ సిఆర్ఎం అంటే ఏంటి అన్నప్పుడు అసలు సిఆర్ఎం అంటే ఏంటో తెలుసుకోవాలి. సిఆర్ఎం అంటే ఇట్ ఈస్ లైక్ కస్టమర్ రిలేషన్షిప్ మేనేజ్మెంట్. ఇది ఒక సాఫ్ట్వేర్, ఒక అప్లికేషన్. ఇదేంటంటే ఒక ప్రీ డిఫైన్డ్ అప్లికేషన్స్ అనమాట. సేల్స్, సర్వీస్, మార్కెటింగ్, ఇట్లా ఈ మూడు వచ్చేసి కోర్ బిజినెస్ అప్లికేషన్స్ అంటారు. దీనికి యాడ్ ఆన్ గా చాలా అప్లికేషన్స్ ఉంటాయి, బట్ ఈ మూడు అనేది జస్ట్ హార్ట్ ఆఫ్ ది సిఆర్ఎం. సో ఈ 3 అప్లికేషన్స్ డిజైన్ చేసి ఒక ప్యాకేజ్, కస్టమర్ రిలేషన్షిప్ మేనేజ్మెంట్ ప్యాకేజ్ లాగా ఇస్తాం. కస్టమర్ రిలేషన్షిప్ మేనేజ్మెంట్ ఒక నేమ్లోనే, యాజ్ ద నేమ్ డిఫైన్స్, where we are maintaining the good relationship with the customer, where we are maintaining or managing all the data of the customer. This everything మనం ఎక్కడ మెయింటైన్ చేస్తే కస్టమర్ రిలేషన్షిప్ మేనేజ్మెంట్ అండ్ అప్లికేషన్స్ లో చేస్తాం. అసలు నేను సిఆర్ఎంకి ఎందుకు వెళ్ళాలి అంటే, ఏదైనా పెద్ద కంపెనీస్ తీసుకున్నప్పుడు వాళ్ళు థౌజండ్స్ ఆఫ్ కస్టమర్స్, థౌజండ్స్ ఆఫ్ లీడ్స్ తోటి వాళ్ళు రోజు ట్రాన్సాక్షన్స్ చేయాల్సి ఉంటుంది. అంటే వాళ్ళకి కాల్స్ చేయటం కానీ, మెసేజెస్ చేయటం కానీ, ఫాలో అప్స్ చేయటం కానీ. సో ఇట్లా మీరు ఒక మ్యాన్ పవర్ మీద డిపెండ్ అయ్యారు అంటే ఏమవుతుందంటే, మ్యాన్ పవర్ లో థౌజండ్స్ ఆఫ్ రికార్డ్స్ ని హ్యాండిల్ చేయడం కష్టం. కొన్ని మిస్ అవ్వచ్చు, లేజినెస్ ఆఫ్ ఆ ఎంప్లాయీ లేజినెస్ వల్ల కొన్ని మిస్ అవ్వచ్చు. ఈవినింగ్ 2కి ఆఫ్టర్నూన్ 2 కాల్ చేస్తా అని చెప్పి కాల్ చేయకపోవచ్చు. అంటే దాని ఏమంటారు, మీరు షెడ్యూల్ చేసిన టైంకి ఇవ్వకపోవచ్చు. సో కాన్ఫిడెన్స్ లూజ్ అవుతారు. యాజ్ ఏ కంపెనీ వాళ్ళు ఏంటంటే, ఎవరైతే కాల్ చేయలేదో వాళ్ళు అనుకోరు కదా, బిఎండబ్ల్యూ కంపెనీ వాళ్ళు నాకు కమిట్మెంట్ ఇచ్చారు, సో దే ఆర్ నాట్ ఏబుల్ టు మేక్ ద కమిట్మెంట్. సో ఇటువంటి ఇష్యూస్ చాలా వస్తాయి మాన్యువల్. సో ఇన్ ఆర్డర్ టు అవాయిడ్ దిస్ థింగ్, ఒక సిస్టమ్ బేస్డ్ అప్లికేషన్ ఇఫ్ యూఆర్ చూసింగ్ ఇట్, దెన్ ఇట్ ఈస్ గోయింగ్ టు హెల్ప్ టు ద కంపెనీ, రైట్? సో దిస్ సిఆర్ఎం అప్లికేషన్స్ వచ్చేసి మార్కెటింగ్, సేల్స్, సర్వీస్. దీస్ ఆర్ ద 3 అప్లికేషన్స్ వేర్ వీ హ్యావ్, అండ్ దీస్ 3 అప్లికేషన్స్ క్యాన్ బి యూస్డ్. సో ఇప్పుడు కస్టమర్ రిలేషన్షిప్ మేనేజ్మెంట్ అంటే ఏంటో తెలిసినప్పుడు, మార్కెట్లో కస్టమర్ రిలేషన్షిప్ మేనేజ్మెంట్ అనే సాఫ్ట్వేర్స్ ఏమేమి ఉన్నాయో తెలుసుకోవాలి. సో దీనికి డైనమిక్ సిఆర్ఎం, సేల్స్ ఫోర్స్ సిఆర్ఎం, వరాకిల్ సిఆర్ఎం, సాప్, జోహో, షుగర్. ఈ జోహో షుగర్ అనేది ఆల్రెడీ ఇట్స్ లైక్ డిప్రికేటెడ్. నో కంపెనీస్ ఆర్ యూజింగ్ దిస్ జోహో ఆర్ షుగర్. జోహో స్టిల్ అక్కడక్కడ కనిపిస్తుంటది. షుగర్ సిఆర్ఎం అయితే నథింగ్. నౌ కమింగ్ టు దిస్, ప్రీవియస్లీ వీ హ్యావ్ సాప్ సిఆర్ఎం అనేది ఎస్ఏపి సిఆర్ఎం మీకు ఇంతకు ముందు బాగా వినిపించేది మార్కెట్లో. సో నౌ ఇట్ ఈస్ లైక్ మెయింటైనింగ్ ది ఎస్ఏపి సిఆర్ఎం, ఇట్స్ లైక్ మోర్ కాస్ట్ అనమాట. సో కంపెనీస్ లైక్ దే ఆర్ లూజింగ్ ద బిజినెస్. ఐ మీన్ టు సే, మీరు స్టాటిస్టిక్స్, ఇప్పుడు నేను ఇచ్చిన ఈ స్టాటిస్టిక్స్ అన్ని మీరు నెట్ లో కూడా చూసుకోవచ్చు. ఇది -1.8%, 1.6% సంథింగ్ ఏదో ఎవ్రీ ఇయర్ డిప్రిసియేషన్ ఉంది బిజినెస్ లో. అంటే దట్ మీన్స్ ఎవరైతే బిజినెస్ ఎస్ఏపి వాడుతున్నారో వాళ్ళు ఎస్ఏపిని మానేసి వేరే అప్లికేషన్స్ కి మూవ్ అవుతున్నారు. సో దాని మీనింగ్ ఏంటి, ఎస్ఏపిలో ఎవరైతే చేస్తున్నారో వాళ్ళ జాబ్స్ పోతున్నారు, అంతే కదా. క్లయింట్స్ మూవ్ అవుతున్నారు అంటే ఆ ప్రాజెక్ట్ లో చేసే వాళ్ళకి జాబ్ పోతుంది. సో అట్లా ఎస్ఏపి వచ్చేసి గోయింగ్ డౌన్ అనమాట. ఇయర్ ఆన్ ఇయర్ ఎవ్రీ గోయింగ్ డౌన్. సో వరాకిల్ కూడా సేమ్ సినారియో, ఇది కూడా బాగా రెడ్యూస్ అయిపోతుంది. సో మనకి ప్రెసెంట్ మార్కెట్ లో డైనమిక్ సిఆర్ఎం అండ్ సేల్స్ ఫోర్స్ సిఆర్ఎం ఉన్నాయి. సో పొజిషన్ అయితే మీరు ఫ్యాక్ట్స్ మాట్లాడుకోవాలి. సేల్స్ ఫోర్స్ వచ్చేసి ఫస్ట్ పొజిషన్ ఉంది, డైనమిక్ సిఆర్ఎం సెకండ్ పొజిషన్ ఉంది. బట్ డైనమిక్ సిఆర్ఎం ఎందుకు చూస్ చేసుకోవాలి అని అంటున్నాను అంటే, సో డైనమిక్ సిఆర్ఎం ఇట్స్ లైక్ వాస్ట్ థింగ్. చాలా ఆప్షన్స్ ప్రొవైడ్ చేస్తున్నారు. జస్ట్ సో డైనమిక్ సిఆర్ఎం వచ్చేసి మీరు ఏదైతే మైక్రోసాఫ్ట్ ప్రోడక్ట్స్ వాడతారో, ఇట్ ఈస్ లైక్ వన్ స్టాప్ సొల్యూషన్ అనమాట. నో లెట్స్ సే ఎంఎస్ వర్డ్ కానీ, షేర్ పాయింట్ ఇంటిగ్రేషన్స్ లో చూసుకుంటే డాక్యుమెంట్ మేనేజ్మెంట్ కోసం షేర్ పాయింట్ కానీ, మీరు ఇంటర్నల్ కమ్యూనికేషన్ టీమ్స్ ఇంటిగ్రేషన్ కానీ, మెయిలింగ్ లో అవుట్లుక్ ఇంటిగ్రేషన్ కానీ, ఇవన్నీ మైక్రోసాఫ్ట్ ప్రోడక్ట్స్. సో ఇంటిగ్రేషన్ ఇస్ లైక్ వెరీ మచ్ ఈజీ. సో ఇట్స్ లైక్ వన్ స్టాప్ సొల్యూషన్. అండ్ ఈ సెక్యూరిటీ కానీ, ఫైర్ వాల్స్ కానీ ఈజీ అనమాట మెయింటైన్ చేసుకోవడానికి కంపెనీస్. సో ఇంటిగ్రేషన్స్ కానీ మాక్సిమం వ్యాస్ట్, వీళ్ళ మైక్రోసాఫ్ట్ డైనమిక్స్ లో ఉన్న ప్రోడక్ట్స్ అన్నిటిని ఇంటిగ్రేట్ చేసి యూస్ చేసుకోవడం, ఇట్ ఈస్ లైక్ వెరీ మచ్ ఈజీ ఇన్ డైనమిక్స్ సిఆర్ఎం. అండ్ ఇఫ్ యూ సీ, ఇట్స్ లైక్ రీసెర్చ్ అండ్ డెవలప్మెంట్ గురించి లైక్ హ్యూజ్ అమౌంట్ దే ఆర్ ఇన్వెస్టింగ్. సో దట్స్ ద థింగ్. అండ్ as it is supporting more integrations and easy to integrate with the other products, so many companies are moving to the dynamic crm. సో ఇట్లా సేల్స్ ఫోర్స్ వచ్చేసి డైనమిక్ సిఆర్ఎం లో ఎందుకు ఫస్ట్ సెకండ్ పొజిషన్ అంటానికి, నేను మీకు జస్ట్ ఈ టెనెంట్ ఆర్కిటెక్చర్ జస్ట్ మీకు బేసిక్ నాలెడ్జ్ కోసం ఒక పెయింట్ లో మీకు ఇచ్చాను. అది మల్టీ టెనెంట్ ఆర్కిటెక్చర్ అంటారు సేల్స్ ఫోర్స్ ని. ఈ డైనమిక్ సిఆర్ఎం ని సింగిల్ టెనెంట్ ఆర్కిటెక్చర్ అంటారు. టెనెంట్ అంటే ఏం లేదు, మీరు ఒక లైసెన్స్ పర్చేస్ చేసుకోవాలి అనుకున్నప్పుడు, మీరు ఒక లైసెన్స్ పర్చేస్ చేశారనుకోండి, మీకంటూ ఒక స్పేస్ ఒకటి అలొకేట్ చేయాలి సర్వర్ లో, రైట్? సో దట్ ఈస్ నథింగ్ బట్ యువర్ టెనెంట్. మీ టెనెంట్ ని ఎలా ఇస్తారు అన్నప్పుడు, ఇది సింగిల్ టెనెంట్. మీకు ఇచ్చిన టెనెంట్ లో వేరే అప్లికేషన్స్, వేరే కస్టమర్ అప్లికేషన్స్ ఉండవు. వెరాస్ ఈ ఈ సేల్స్ ఫోర్స్ లో అయితే మల్టీ టెనెంట్ ఆర్కిటెక్చర్. ఇప్పుడు మీరు బ్యాంకింగ్ కస్టమర్ అయితే, వేరే వాళ్ళు కూడా బ్యాంకింగ్ కస్టమర్ అయితే, ఆ బ్యాంకింగ్ డొమైన్ కోసం వాళ్ళు సపరేట్ గా ఫిక్స్ చేస్తారు. ఆ బ్యాంకింగ్ డొమైన్ కూడా సపరేట్ స్పేస్ ఇచ్చి అందులో అందరికీ షేర్ చేస్తారు. ఎందుకు అంటే లైక్ ఆ బ్యాంకింగ్ డొమైన్ రిలేటెడ్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్, రిలేటెడ్ సాఫ్ట్వేర్స్ కానీ అప్లికేషన్ వాళ్ళు ఇన్స్టాల్ చేసి పెడతారు అనమాట ఆ స్పేస్ లో. సో అది టోటల్లీ నెట్వర్కింగ్ టీమ్ చూసుకుంటుంది. మనకి దీని మీద క్వశ్చన్స్ కానీ ఇంటర్వ్యూ క్వశ్చన్స్ కానీ అట్లా ఏమి ఉండదు. బట్ ఇది జస్ట్ మీరు డైనమిక్ సిఆర్ఎంలోకి ఎంట్రీ అవుతున్నారు అంటే యూ నీడ్ టు ఫోకస్ ఆన్ అదర్ కాంపిటేటర్ అప్లికేషన్స్ కూడా ఎలా ఉన్నాయో మీకు తెలుసుకోవడం కోసం బేసిక్ నాలెడ్జ్ కోసం ఇస్తున్నారు ఇది. ఇట్ ఈస్ లైక్ సింగిల్ టెనెంట్ ఆర్కిటెక్చర్ వేరే సేల్స్ ఫోర్ ఇస్ మల్టీ టెనెంట్ ఆర్కిటెక్చర్. దట్ ఈస్ వన్ ఆఫ్ ద రీజన్ కాస్టింగ్ లో సేల్స్ ఫోర్స్ కొంచెం తక్కువ. సో దిస్ ఈస్ లైక్ వాట్ ఈస్ డైనమిక్ సిఆర్ఎం అండ్ వాట్ ఈస్ సిఆర్ఎం. As you know, the position, it is like in the top position. If it is in top position, that means many clients are approaching dynamic CRM license. If many clients are using the dynamic CRM, they need a consultant so that you are going to get a good number of jobs in the dynamic CRM. And coming to the sectors here, so what types of sectors this particular dynamic CRM is using, and like automobile, again, BMW is like Microsoft customer, and manufacturing companies, and utilities, health sector, oil and industry, and banking, and lot more. So this type of some of overview, just I want to give this type of companies are using the dynamic CRM. And coming to the integrations part, so it supports many applications to integrate to your dynamic CRM. Just to give some of examples here, like SharePoint, where you can maintain the document. Lot of if you want to upload lots of documents, it's a huge document. So for the document management, you can also directly put this documents in your dynamic CRM. But what will happen? The costing will increase, right? In order to avoid this thing, we have the SharePoint where you can maintain your documents in the SharePoint, and just the link will be saved in your dynamic CRM. Again, SharePoint is like Microsoft one. It's like Microsoft product. It's like less cost, where you can purchase the SharePoint and you can integrate the SharePoint to the dynamic CRM. So this SharePoint integration we can have. And team integration, you know what is Teams, right? In any companies for the internal communication, they will have some applications for internal mailing, messaging. So the Teams, you can have some Teams integration to your dynamic CRM, so that whenever it's required, you can also communicate or you can also chat with your customers by using the Teams. Once you have the integration with the Teams, that's we can do easily. And Outlook integration, again, the mailing, you know how to mail and all, right? The companies will use the Outlook. Coming to this Microsoft products, definitely 100% they will use the Outlook. So whenever the customer sends an email there, so not only in the dynamic CRM, you will see the email in your Outlook as well as in the dynamic CRM. So it's like integrated in the both ways. You can access your data once you have some integration. And we have some Azure as well. Azure is nothing but nowadays you are using this Azure. Again, this is from the Microsoft side, where you can maintain your servers or your access to the users, that everything you can also provide from the Azure. In this course content, this Azure as a dynamic CRM consultant, you should not bother about the Azure, but what actually is required, it's like 5 to 10 minutes. If you go through this Azure, then you can understand what actually we need to look into this Azure, that we are going to cover in this course content, right? This is like the integrations part. Now, just for now, you know what is customer relationship management and what are the customer relationship management softwares available in the market, right? And what is dynamic CRM? What is some of the applications I have explained in this dynamic CRM, right? Now, after knowing this CRM, coming to this job perception. So how I'm going to have the jobs here. So what the jobs I'm going to handle here. So for that, there is a lot of confusion in the market regarding the terminology of this Dynamics 365. Now, as I said, I'm not sure who suggested you. Previously, we used to call it as Microsoft CRM. Previously, we used to call it as Microsoft CRM. From 2016 here, we are calling it as Dynamics 365. That we can also make it as Dynamics 365 or D365. These are the some of the names which we are hearing from the market. If someone says, have you gone through the demo of Microsoft CRM? Yes, the same Dynamics 365, D365 or Microsoft CRM, everything is same. No confusion here. Previously, we used to call it as Microsoft CRM. Previously, we used to call it as Microsoft CRM. Now, the name was changed to Dynamics 365. In shortcut, they are writing it as D365. Everything is same. No confusion here. So as you are entering into the Dynamics 365, you should aware of some of the terminology and what actually it means, right? Everything is same. Now coming to this Dynamics 365, again there is two things. If you are going for the jobs, now let me name it as D365 only. That everything like Microsoft CRM and Dynamics 365. In this Dynamics 365, there is two things here. One is customer engagement and Dynamics 365 F&O. What is this one? So customer engagement, C is nothing but customer engagement, and F&O is nothing but finance and operation. డైనమిక్స్ 365 తీసుకున్నప్పుడు మనకి ఇక్కడ టూ థింగ్స్ ఉంటాయి. డైనమిక్స్ 365 అనగానే అది కస్టమర్ ఎంగేజ్మెంట్ ఫినాన్స్ అండ్ ఆపరేషన్స్ అన్నది తెలియదు. ఇప్పుడు సెడ్ నేను 15 ఇయర్స్ ఐటీ ఇండస్ట్రీలో ఉన్నాను. అందులో 12 ఇయర్స్ నేను డైనమిక్స్ సిఆర్ఎంలోనే ఉన్నాను. ఈ 12 ఇయర్స్లో నేను డైనమిక్స్ 365 సిఈలోనే పనిచేస్తున్నాను. సో ఈ ఎఫ్ఎండ్ఓ అంటే నాకు బేసిక్ ఏబీసీ తెలుసు, కానీ ఎఫ్ఎండ్ఓ అంటే ఏంటో తెలియదు నాకు. సో స్టిల్ ఐఎమ్ సస్టైనింగ్ ఇన్ ద మార్కెట్ ఫ్రమ్ లాస్ట్ 15 ఇయర్స్. ఐ మీన్ టు సే 12 ఇయర్స్ ఇన్ ది డైనమిక్స్ సిఆర్ఎం సైడ్. దట్ మీన్స్ ఇది ఎందుకు చెప్తున్నానంటే లైక్ యూ నో నీడ్ టు బోదర్ ఆఫ్ ఎఫ్ఎండ్ఓ ఇఫ్ యూ ఆర్ ఇన్ టు సి. వెదర్ ఇఫ్ యూ ఆర్ ఇంట్రెస్టెడ్ ఫర్ ఎఫ్ఎండ్ఓ దెన్ యూ నో నీడ్ టు బోదర్ అబౌట్ ద సి. ఏదన్నా ఒకటి సరిపోతుంది. మీరు నౌకరీలో కానీ మాన్స్లో ఏదైనా జాబ్ పోర్టల్ సైట్స్లో చూసినప్పుడు యూ హ్యావ్ లైక్ డిఫరెంట్ పొజిషన్స్ ఫర్ ద సిఈ అండ్ డిఫరెంట్ పొజిషన్స్ ఫర్ ద ఎఫ్ఎండ్ఓ. అసలు ఏంటి ఈ సిఈ ఎఫ్ఎండ్ఓ అంటే, నా ఎస్ఎన్ ఇక్కడ డైనమిక్ 365 సిఈలో ఏం కవర్ చేస్తారు అంటే, లైక్ ఇక్కడ సేల్స్ మాడ్యూల్ ఉంటుంది. లెట్స్ కమ్ బై ఆర్డర్. మార్కెటింగ్ ఉంటుంది, సేల్స్, సర్వీస్ అండ్ ఫీల్డ్ సర్వీస్. సో ఇవి core business applications. As a consultant of Dynamics 365 CE consultant, you need to learn marketing, sales, service, and field service. These are the core business applications which is providing in Dynamics 365 CE. Whereas అదే మీరు Dynamics 365 F&Oకి వెళ్ళారనుకోండి, F&O it is nothing but finance and operation. సో ఇక్కడ కోర్ అప్లికేషన్స్ వచ్చేసి ఫినాన్స్, సప్లై చైన్ మేనేజ్మెంట్, warehouse management, and project operations. So these are the core applications in Dynamics 365 FM. అంటే ఏంటి ఇదంతా అంటే, as I said, Microsoft is like vast subject where this is a software where any companies like, as the just example we have taken BMW, right? Now as a BMW organization, you need to look for the marketing to generate the leads, and you need to go for the sales process, payment and all. After that you need to provide the service, and field service is something different which I will explain you later. Now in this sales process there is a lot of things you need to do, right? I mean to say, you need to take the payment from the customer and you need to process some invoices there. And after that, you need to deliver your product to the customer. To deliver the product, again, there is some different procedure is there. Now, let's say simple example, you have booked some product from Amazon, right? Now, let's say you are staying in Hyderabad and the product you booked from somewhere else. So what would be the process there? After sale, your request will be sent to some team. Before to that, there is some finance team where they will cross check the payments and all. After that, they will send to the team who are actually going to supply your product. The supply team will check where actually this product is available. I mean to say, you know what is warehouses? Warehouses is nothing but, now if you visit the Reliance store, if you're looking for the washing machine, they will display some items there with the model number and all, right? So if you selected that model number, what they will do, sir, the product will be delivered from our warehouse, right? Just giving some idea to you. That means they have some warehouses where all these products will be stored. After, let's say in the same BMW example, the manufacturing is done. Now this car will be shifted to some warehouse where they will store this. They will keep this completed cars and everything in the warehouse. So based upon the orders you have received from the customer, this supply team will pick the car from the warehouse and will deliver to the customer, right? For maintaining these finances for the supplying the goods or everything, and maintaining these warehouses, this everything will be taken care by this finance and operation team. As simple as that, you are working in some IT company, you have some HR team where will process your salaries or finance and everything, right? So it is like some background team where it's maintaining everything, right? So for this, this Dynamic 365 is a complete full-fledged package where they have segregated into two ways. One is customer engagement, where you are engaging with the customer here, where you are engaging with the customer and maintaining this and handling this marketing, sales and service and field service modules as a Dynamic 365 CE consultant. Whereas this finance and operation team will do in the some activities in the back end to complete the process. Getting my point? So now in the job perception, now if you want to if you want to look for the jobs here, we have the different position in the Dynamic 365 CE. One is like functional consultant and Dynamics 365 CE technical technical consultant. This for any organization or any software will have functional and technical, right? So as a Dynamics 365 CE, we have functional consultant and technical consultant. In the same way, for F&O as well, we have the two things there. For F&O as well, we have the Dynamics 365 F&O, functional and technical. Now, what actually job roles of these two? So what I need to choose, that you need to understand, right? As that's what before entering into any platform or any software, you should understand what would be the job roles we have and what is the growth I'm going to have if I choose this particular platform, right? Now, if you are going with the Dynamic 365 CE functional consultant, you should be aware of all these applications: marketing, sales, service, and field service as a functional consultant. Right? That means all the out of the box features. What is this out of the box features? Again, the first time I'm using this word in the class, right? Out of the box features is nothing but now you have the Dynamics 365 software ready. Once you purchase the license, it is like a plug and play, right? I mean to say, if you purchase an iPhone, once you switch on, you will start using all the applications available in the iPhone, right? The same way, after you purchasing the license, it's like plug and play. So what actually the options we have and what is the configurations we can do? What is the customizations we can perform? What are the configurations? What are the customizations? What the security roles we have? So how to add the users? How to assign the license to the users? This all everything like you can design your own system or you can configure the existing system that we can everything can perform without any customization part. I mean to say, now let's say I have as an ICICI bank, I'm using the again ICICI bank is like Dynamics 365 customer. That's separate thing. Now ICICI bank wants to do some customization. Now they want to add some extra functionality which is not provided in the Dynamics 365. Then your technical consultant will comes into the picture and they will write some code and develop that feature. Getting my point? That means you can also customize the existing applications. Now in the sales, now let's say in the sales application, lots of tables is automatically inbuilt created, lot of forms and everything is created. Now as an ICICI bank, ICICI bank, I want to add new table to the database that you can also perform. That part is nothing but customization part. Whatever extra thing you are adding, that is customization. What is the existing functionality you are using? That is nothing but your out of the box functionality. So as a functional consultant, you should aware of what are the out of the box functionality and how we can configure the system. That is configuration part and customizations by using the out of the box functionality, doing the customization. That's the job of this functional consultant. And coming to this technical consultant, all these things plus C sharp code. You need to be aware of this C sharp code. What is the C sharp code? As you know, C language and C++, right? The C sharp is like coding language where this, as if you want to go with this technical consultant, you should aware of this C sharp code as well. You need to learn this C sharp code. If you having the knowledge of C sharp code, you can put the resume for the technical consultant job. If you are not good at coding and if you if you are not interested to go for the coding side, you can simply choose this functional consultant role. And coming to the job perspective here, as you know, if there is 10 positions, right, it would be like 6 to 4, 6 is to 4 ratio. 6 will be technical and 4 will be functional roles. You have 4 will be the functional roles. This is how the jobs looks like. And coming to this functional consultant, if you are into this functional consultant line, you can go with consultant, senior consultant, and lead, and then up to architect role, you can go with the functional consultant. Business analyst and architect, in that way you can go. Why? Because you will have the full knowledge, full grip on the total core applications. Whereas the technical consultant should aware of this thing, but compared to a functional, technical consultant will sit all the time for writing this C# code. That means they will simply open this .cs file in the Visual Studio. You know the Visual Studio now, right? The softwares, I guess. If you are from the .NET background, this is like Visual Studio. It is like where you can write some code in this environment. We will create some code .cs files, and we will convert it into an assemblies. And again, these assemblies will be added to your Dynamics CRM. That's of course, even though you are not the technical side, I will explain you how to do the thing. But this is like Microsoft Visual Studio, where you are trying to write some code and adding that code to the Dynamics CRM. That can be discussed in the later part. But most of the technical consultant will most of the time will be with this C# code only. So they will have the less opportunity to explore the core business applications, while if you compare with the functional consultant will have from A to Z information about the product, whereas technical consultant should have, but most of their time will be consumed in this part, C#. That's the difference, but between the functional and technical. But this technical consultant has like more options while compared to the functional consultant. That's what, right? If you have some development team, if you have some team to develop, so there will be a 6 members and 4 members. All you can't keep all the functional consultant, right? Because the customer may require some customization part. At that time, the customization team is required. So this is about the CE and the CE side. In the same way for F&O as well, we have the two things. Here it covers out of the box here. And here they have some, I guess this is X++. There is some code language, X++. This technical consultant should know the X++ language to have the technical consultant. Now this is about the job perception, and how to choose this Dynamics CRM. And till now, just I have covered what is customer relationship management and what are the available markets in the Dynamics in the CRM, that is like Dynamics, Salesforce, and all. What is the position of Dynamics CRM, and what are the integrations we have, and what are the different industries are using this Dynamics CRM that I have explained. And coming to the job perception, I mean to say job role, I just explained, I have just given the difference between the CE and F&O side. Why? Because there is a lot of confusion in the market regarding the customer engagement and finance and operation. ఆ సిఈ అంటే ఏంటి, ఎఫ్ఎన్ఓ అంటే ఏంటి డిఫరెన్స్ ఇచ్చాను మీకు. మీరు జస్ట్ మార్కెట్లో డైనమిక్స్ 365 అన్నారు అంటే దట్స్ నాట్ ద కరెక్ట్ వర్డ్. ఐ మీన్ టు సే డైనమిక్స్ 365ని సిఈ అంటున్నారా, ఎఫ్ఎన్ఓ అంటున్నారా తెలుసుకోవాలి. సో ఇఫ్ ఐ కుడ్ సీ లైక్ సమ్ ఆఫ్ ఫ్యూ ఆఫ్ దెమ్ ఐ జాయిన్ మై డెమో. ఇఫ్ యూ ఆర్ లుకింగ్ ఫర్ ద ఫినాన్స్ అండ్ ఆపరేషన్, దిస్ ఈస్ నాట్ ద రైట్ ప్లేస్. సో ఇఫ్ యూఆర్ లుకింగ్ ఫర్ ద ఫినాన్స్ అండ్ ఆపరేషన్, దానికి మన అడ్మిన్ టీంలో ఒకసారి కన్సల్ట్ అయితే వేరే బ్యాచ్ ఉంది, వాళ్ళకి మీకు గైడెన్స్ ఇస్తారు. లేదు మీరు కస్టమర్ ఎంగేజ్మెంట్ కోసమే వచ్చారు అంటే దిస్ ఇస్ ద రైట్ ప్లేస్. సో ఫినాన్స్ అండ్ ఆపరేషన్ జనరల్గా ఎంబీఏ ఫినాన్స్ వాళ్ళు ఇది చూస్ చేసుకోవడానికి వెళ్తారనమాట. కస్టమర్ ఎంగేజ్మెంట్ ఐటీ టెక్నికల్ పీపుల్ ఎక్కువ కస్టమర్ ఎంగేజ్మెంట్లో ఉంటారు. అంటే ఎఫ్ఎన్ఓ టెక్నికల్ కాదు అని కాదు, బట్ ఫినాన్స్ బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్, ఎంబీఏ ఫినాన్స్ బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్, అకౌంట్స్, క్రెడిట్స్, డెబిట్స్, ఈ నాలెడ్జ్ ఉన్న వాళ్ళకి ఎఫ్ఎన్ఓ బాగా యూజ్ అవుతుంది. సో లేదు నేను ఐటీలో రెగ్యులర్గా ఈ సైడ్ వస్తాను అనుకుంటే డైనమిక్స్ 365 సిఈసి యువర్ రైట్ ప్లేస్. అండ్ యూ నో నీడ్ టు బోదర్, నేను చెప్పినట్టు సిఈ వాళ్ళు ఎఫ్ఎన్ఓ గురించి పట్టించుకోవాల్సిన పని లేదు, ఎఫ్ఎన్ఓ వాళ్ళు సిఈ గురించి పట్టించుకోవాల్సిన పని లేదు. రైట్. అండ్ కమింగ్ టు ద జాబ్ పర్స్పెక్షన్, ఫంక్షనల్ కన్సల్టెంట్ ఉంటుంది, టెక్నికల్ కన్సల్టెంట్ ఉంటుంది. సో మీకు టెక్నికల్ వెళ్తాను అంటే C# నేర్చుకోవాలి. అండ్ వన్ థింగ్, ఈ కోర్స్ వచ్చేసి 45 days ఉంటుంది. ఇట్స్ లైక్ 45 days, డైలీ 1 hour. ఇందులో మనము C# కవర్ చేయట్లేదు. C# విల్ నాట్ బి కవర్డ్. ఎందుకు అంటే C# సపరేట్గా మీరు 3 months కోర్స్ పడుతుంది, ఇది సపరేట్గా నేర్చుకోవాలి. సో ఈ 45 days లో మీకు టోటల్ అవుట్ ఆఫ్ ది బాక్స్ ఫంక్షనాలిటీస్, కాన్ఫిగరేషన్స్ అండ్ కస్టమైజేషన్ వితౌట్ సి షార్ప్ కస్టమైజేషన్ ఎంతవరకు చేయొచ్చు అదంతా చెప్తాము. దాంతోపాటు ఈ సి షార్ప్ కూడా టెక్నికల్ కన్సల్టెంట్ సి షార్ప్ మీద ఎలా పనిచేస్తున్నారు, ఆ కోడ్ ని సి షార్ప్ ఎందుకు రాస్తాము అంటే ఇట్స్ లైక్ ఫర్ క్రియేటింగ్ సమ్ ప్లగిన్స్. ఆ ప్లగిన్ ని మనం డైనమిక్స్ లోకి ఎలా యూజ్ చేస్తాము అన్నది దట్స్ నాలెడ్జ్. ఈ ఫంక్షన్ కన్సల్టెంట్ ఆ నాలెడ్జ్ ఉండాలి. సి షార్ప్ ఎందుకు రాస్తారు, ఆ ప్లగిన్స్ ఏంటి, అది అది ఏం చేస్తారు, అది ఆ ఫంక్షన్ కన్సల్టెంట్ కి నాలెడ్జ్ ఉండాలి. సో ఈ నాలెడ్జ్ మొత్తము ఈ కోర్స్ కంటెంట్ లో ఈ కోర్స్ లో ప్రొవైడ్ చేస్తారు. సో ఇది 45 days కోర్స్ పీరియడ్. అండ్ రెగ్యులర్ గా క్లాస్ చెప్పేటప్పుడు ఐఎమ్ గోయింగ్ టు టేక్ సమ్ రియల్ టైమ్ సినారియోస్ హియర్. I mean to say, now let's say we have some content, right? So from the start of the day, we are trying to create some application, some sort of project. So whatever the concepts we are discussing in the class, the same thing we are going to development. We are doing some development on this particular application on the trial account, so that by end of the session, by end of these 45 days, you are able to complete one application on your hands. And after this completion of this 45 days, I'm going to give you one project. I have designed a project with all the points and all. So you need to practice. You need to create your own project with the notes which I have provided in that particular project. So there will be a WhatsApp group, as you know. In the same WhatsApp group, you keep on putting the questions. If you have any questions on the day-to-day class, or you can put the screenshot while practicing. You are getting any errors or something like that. You can put with the screenshots there, and with the screenshots and everything, not like just hi and bye, just with the proper information with the screenshots and all, so that I'm going to respond to your thing maybe at least within 2 hours. If I am engaged with other calls, so that at least within 2 hours I'm going to respond to your chat. And regarding the project as well, after completion of this 45 days, one project will be assigned, right? That project you need to complete within 15 days. That's up to you. In middle of it, if you have any questions, you can use the same WhatsApp group. That WhatsApp group will be there for 1 year, and we'll get an assistant in that 1 year. If anything, any questions or any doubts you have, then we can respond you on that WhatsApp. And whatever the class we have taken, this will be recorded and this will be uploaded in the YouTube channel of Yaksha IT, and the link will be shared in the same WhatsApp group. So this is about the dynamic CRM. Of course, I have some PPT, but I don't believe in this slideshow type of thing. You need to have some realistic data. So that's the reason I just given the demo on the notepad. So, but what is dynamics and what we are going to cover in the dynamics, that I will explain you in the later once we are into the session there. So what actually this dynamic CRM and everything. And before to it, this is the one thing. This is how the dynamic CRM looks like. And once you logged into the system, this is how the home page, how it looks like. These are the different tiles which you are seeing, right? These are the different applications. Now let's say this is like customer service hub. This customer service hub is nothing but the service module which we are just discussing, right? In the same way, field service is some separate application. That way, this each and everything has like their own definitions, and these are the applications which we are going to use in our dynamics application. And coming to these applications, the practice and all, and here the installation is not required, and simply you need to create a trial account in the online. So once you have created a trial account with your phone number and email, that will be worked for 29 days. Dynamics CRM is providing 29 days trial period. After 29 days, it will be automatically expired. If you want to purchase, that is like huge costing. It is like 5,000 to 6,000 per month. So I will not suggest that for you. You can practice by creating a trial account. So the trial account period will be the 29 days. This is for the 29 days. The suggestion here is like uh, once if it is like you can take the trial account for 29 days. After 25 days, you can create one more trial account with another phone number and email, and whatever the activities you have performed, that the solution can be downloaded, and the same solution can be imported in the new trial account, so that whatever the work you have done, that will be saved. Right? That's I will guide you, but the practicing things, whatever the things which I'm after 3 to 4 classes, you need to start creating an application on your trial account. That's how you need to learn here. So the same work, like as I said, within 45 days, you are able to complete that application, whatever we are covering the concepts and that. And also after the class, I'm going to share you the interview question. That is like 60 pages document which I have covered that will share to you with this hands-on experience of two projects and the interview questions. I guess you can crack your interviews about. Yeah, that's it from my end. Please let me know if you have any questions on today's demo or if you have any questions on Dynamics CRM side. You can also ping in the chat or you can also raise your voice. On day to day, I'm going to share this particular document or whatever the notes I have we just going through. These notes will be shared in the same WhatsApp group. You can go through the WhatsApp group, or you can go through the notes. You can get these notes from the WhatsApp group itself. Yeah, I will take this silence as no questions and we can wind up the session for today. And if you have any questions, you can ping in the WhatsApp group, the same group. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir.